Hey, it's Hannah, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I actually wanted to upload this video about a week ago because it was New Year then and stuff, but it didn't happen, and I kind of feel like it's only a week into 2021, so it's not too late. I really liked the idea, so I still wanted to film it because I thought it would be really fun to look back at what music I listened to throughout 2020 and what my favourite stuff was. Yeah. So if we start with Spotify Wrapped, because that probably has the most accurate stuff on what I actually listen to, because most of the time I'm listening to music on Spotify, that's my go-to. Spotify Wrapped. It reckoned I listened to 312 genres, which basically I listen to a lot of completely different music. I tend to listen to like a couple songs from a mix of artists rather than like one artist. So top genres were pop, anthem worship, show tunes, which is thanks to Hamilton, and learning rap songs probably, indie cafe pop, and Christian pop. So that gives you a bit of an idea. I would say there were years where I wouldn't admit that I enjoyed pop music, and I definitely don't really enjoy bubblegum pop music, if that makes sense, and like songs that are really repetitive. They kind of annoy me, but yeah, I do like some pop songs. My top song, which I was a bit surprised by, was Demons by Alec Benjamin, which I think I just listened to it a lot earlier in the year, so I'd kind of forgotten about it. But Alec Benjamin is one of my favourites. He's one of the artists that I actually like pretty much all the songs he's released, and definitely check him out. He's really good with lyrics, and yeah, that's partly why I love his music, is his talent with lyrics is insane, and he uses all these metaphors and stuff that are just genius. Some of my other favourites of his is Must Have Been the Wind and Mind is a Prison, so check him out. So that was my top song. The top decade, this one really surprised me, was 2000s, with the top song from that era being Blessed Broken Road by Rascal Flatts, which again is a classic. We love it. It might be partly influenced by, we did like a bingo night via Zoom, and we had like a music round, and I created this like road trip playlist with all the classics like Come On Eileen, Living on a Prayer, I Want It That Way, you know, a whole mix of those classic, Sweet Caroline. So it might be because of that as well. I reckoned I listened to 1,540 artists. Top artist, which kind of surprised me, but then not that much, was Taylor Swift. She's someone that, so as a kid, we had like her first album, Fearless, Speak Now, and loved them when she was still country, and my sister got me into her, and my sister still is really into country, so yeah, loved her. And then when you got to Red, all her songs got really poppy and I wasn't really a fan, but then she released Folklore and Evermore this year, and I fell in love with them and started listening to like the classics from my childhood as well. All her old songs like Better Than Revenge, Picture to Burn, Back to December, all of these like You Belong With Me, oh, just classics. So there's a few playlists that have like all her songs on that I've been listening to because it just brings back a bit of nostalgia and just love it. Yeah, but I reckon my favourite song, or the song I played most, was Exile, which is one of my favourites of Folklore. I think I like Evermore more than Folklore, but like my favourite of the two is the song The Lakes. I've fallen in love with it. So, and that's a bonus track off Folklore, but I also love Nobody No Crime, Evermore and Tolerate It off Evermore, and then she's just released the bonus tracks on that one, which both are beautiful, but I haven't like really like listened to them yet, if that makes sense. Like I have, but I feel like I don't really know them yet. So my other top artists was then Niall Horan, Alec Benjamin, Phineas, and Hamilton. Of course, I feel like so many people's Spotify Wrapped got affected by Hamilton. Yeah, I did go through a Hamilton phase this year, but most people did. Alec Benjamin, obviously I've already spoken about. Phineas, I love that man. I think he is so talented as a producer, and he's so original and unique, and the way he creates tracks, like I've watched him breaking down tracks and I'm just in awe, and I really love his style. So, and I think he's kind of underappreciated because everyone loves Billy so much, they kind of sleep on Phineas a bit, is my personal opinion. But some of my favourites by him are Break My Heart Again, What They'll Say About Us, which is a newish one, I Lost a Friend, and Let's Fall in Love for the Night. I love them. And Shelter by Phineas is just a bop, so check that one out if you're going to check any of them out. Niall Horan was a surprise. This is the thing, I wasn't into One Direction when they were a thing. Like, I just was not into them. I'm pretty sure I haven't listened to half their songs. I think it might have been the songs they did release as singles I didn't like, so then I didn't go and listen to the albums. So maybe it's something I'll actually go and listen to and see if I like them, because there are a few songs that have slipped into my playlist this year that I'm like, oh, that's actually a good song. So we'll see. Anyway, so I didn't like them together, but now they're all separate. I've actually found I enjoy some of their music. So Niall, I actually watched his Live from the Albert Hall concert, and it was nice because my parents enjoyed it too, and I was surprised how much I enjoyed it, and it also really showed his vocal talent. Like, I was pleasantly surprised at his vocal control, and it gave me like a new respect for him. And there are some songs I actually really love, particularly off Heartbreak. Oh, someone's washing the window, that completely freaked me out. Yeah, Heartbreak Weather, which he released just before lockdown. I think I like more songs off that than Flicker, but I love the song Flicker, and particularly I love the performance he did at the end of that concert. It was really beautiful. Yeah, so check that performance out, and his songs probably Still, Black and White, and Put a Little Love on Me off Heartbreak Weather. So yeah, but on that line, I also watched the Louis Tomlinson concert just to watch a concert, really. I would say I like his music a bit less. It feels a bit more pop genre, kind of, that I'm not such a fan of. I do enjoy Too Young and Always You, and he sung a new song that he hasn't released yet called Copy of a Copy that I really loved. So I'm looking forward for that to be released. But Harry Styles, now that man. So when I was in college, my best friend was obsessed with Harry Styles and loved him. So I was like hearing music through her of his first album, but I didn't really get the hype. And now with Fine Line, I am on that train. 2020 has put me on that train, and I feel like his career has grown so much this year. It's crazy. Yeah, but I really love Fine Line as an album. I think it's really, like, it's an album that's rare, if that makes sense. Not many other artists have done an album like that where each song is so unique, and it means that there's always a song I want to listen to off it, like I'm in the mood for, because they're all so unique. But I do have favourites. So my favourites from his first album are Kiwi, Classic, and Sweet Creature. But then off Fine Line, there's obviously the classic of Falling. Treat People with Kindness and Fine Line are jams. And then I also love To Be So Lonely, Canyon Moon, and Sunflower Volume 6. So that was one I probably did not expect to sort of love as much as I do now, but I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I really love the Treat People with Kindness video as well. That was such a surprise. Who knew he could dance? Kind of. So that's kind of all the Spotify ones, but I had a few mentions that I know I loved as well that I wanted to include. So there's also Ed Sheeran released one song called Afterglow, and it is really beautiful love song, and as always he's so talented with lyrics and musicality and stuff. So if you haven't heard that one, I highly recommend you go and check it out. Justin Bieber, his Changes album, I enjoyed a bit of that. He's one I was not a fan of before, but since Purpose I've sort of enjoyed some songs and not others. I enjoyed Changes. I didn't listen to it a lot, but I did enjoy it. But I did love his song Holy that he released, and I do enjoy anyone that he just released technically this year, 2021. But yeah, and Stormzy, particularly Blinded by Your Grace and Crown, I really enjoyed. Now we get into like slightly less well-known people. So these are kind of singular songs that I really loved. So in terms of the whole 2020 situation, there were a few songs based on lockdown and the BLM movement that I really enjoyed. So there's a song called Lockdown by Anderson .Paak. I hope I'm saying that right. I will put his name in here so you can check it out. And also I Can't Breathe by, I don't know if it's Her or HER. I'm sorry, I just honestly don't know. But honestly, check those two songs out because they are incredible and they're kind of activism songs, and it's really, yeah, I really enjoyed them. And then the whole lockdown and not being able to go on holiday thing, there's a song called On a Beach by Etta Bond and Evelino, and it's a real, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like chill. I think it's kind of lo-fi. It's, yeah, it's a cool song. Some other songs I loved this year was one called London by Makita, and Favourite T-Shirt by Jake Scott. That's a really cute love song. I fell in love with This Side of Paradise by Coyote Theory. I think I can blame TikTok for that one, but yeah, I love that song now. And also Hannah by Coin, because it's my name. And yeah, it's a really fun song though. I do actually enjoy the song, not just the fact that it's my name in a song, but that's a bonus. And then worship wise, I fell in love with the artist called Montel Fish. It's kind of really fresh worship music and stuff I hadn't heard before, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's like my worship artist of the year, is this guy called Montel Fish, and he's really cool. And then finally, a song I just fell in love with in the latter part of the year is She by Elvis Costello, and it's just beautiful. So yeah, and that is all the music I listened to and loved in 2020. So I hope you enjoyed, and maybe you want to check out a few of the recommendations, or you also enjoyed that music in 2020, and make sure to drop any I missed that you really enjoyed in 2020 in the comments so I can check them out. And here's to 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope this year goes well for you, and I will see you on the flip side.